Hello and welcome back to 100% Info. In this video, I will show you how to install and use ChatGPT on Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Let's begin! Even though that this tutorial really is targeted towards this specific device and it will be called like that, I actually want to target it to people who never really used AI, like some older folks out there or younger who don't really know how to start using AI. And we can of course start with the ChatGPT, but actually we want to start with getting the ChatGPT in the first place. So let's enter our Play Store, and note that you need to have a Google account for this, so make sure to be logged in. And now you want to start typing in ChatGPT. Now usually I would say you want to avoid anything that appears in the sponsored tab, but this time it's actually a legit one. Make sure to install the ChatGPT from the OpenAI, because if you scroll down you will see there's a lot of different chatbots out here, lots of them, so you probably want to be very careful about this. But after you have made sure that you are installing application that's coming from the publisher of OpenAI, as you can see here, then you are good to go. So we have our ChatGPT installed, and now we can open it and let's begin. But first of all, we need to agree to a few things, for example, just terms of privacy and two very important information. We don't want to share any kind of sensitive information since, well, they actually see everything you're talking to. So if you're going to be planning the, I don't know, assassination on someone or something, the OpenAI can actually access that chat history, so maybe don't do that. And the probably most important thing, that ChatGPT can be inaccurate, and it can maybe provide just outright false information about people, places or facts, so just be careful about that, and let's go with continue. So here we have our, okay, I kind of screwed up, give me my ChatGPT back, thank you. So we have this screen. Of course I am in the landscape mode, but if you're going into horizontal mode, then you should also see this exact thing. So we have our terms, which is basically transports us into terms of usage. Same thing goes with privacy, and here we have settings. And we only have one setting currently, and it's to improve the model for everyone, which is kind of funny. Now, you will notice that we don't really have much going on right now, because we would need to create or log in into account just so we can use more functions. But truth be told, you don't really need to. As you're starting, you don't really have to create any kind of account. You can just do continue with what you have here. If you want to have your ChatGPT actually remember stuff about you and remember the previous chats, then you probably want to log in. But how can we actually start using it? And what are like some general tips on how can we start using it? Well, ChatGPT is like your personal best friend that has the knowledge of entire internet. Almost. It sometimes gets things wrong, like it's completely normal for him to do, but he can do many different things. Actually, we even have some advantages here. For example, the ChatGPT could help me with getting advice, with coding, with writing, with analyzing data, summarizing text, surprising me, make a plan, analyzing images, and brainstorming. And many people use it in different ways, like many people use it to generate content, to generate some images, and of course we could do that too, but I think there are many better ways of using AI. But how can we even start prompting it? Like, how specific should be the prompt? And luckily for us, the prompt really doesn't have to be that specific. As you can see, I have written a prompt that is very short and very easy. I want my ChatGPT to give me some information about 100% Info. So we can simply hit that beautiful arrow, and now ChatGPT will search the web. And here we have a nice breakdown, but let's actually see what is going up, what will happen. Of course, by hard reset info, I mean our YouTube channel, the one you're watching on right now. And you'll notice that ChatGPT accidentally screwed up. But finally, at the very bottom, because here it's saying it's only describing the hard reset as a way for you to perform a factory reset by just wiping all the user data. You have, for example, information why and when you want to use it, how can you do it, the risks associated with it, with the most important one being the data loss, and the difference between a soft reset and hard reset, and only then it provides me a little bit of the information about our YouTube channel itself. So as you could see, even though I technically quoted our name, so it should search for hard reset info, it failed to do it because I didn't give him the specific prompt. So I will now create the new chat button, and I will try to input a new one, much more specific this time. And as you can see, this prompt right here is much more specific. And I basically asked him to gather information and facts about YouTube channel hard reset info. So we are specifying that we are not looking just for information about the hard reset itself. We want information about the channel, the name is very similar to the hard reset. And I also provided him with some additional tasks, which I'm going to use as a guidance. Like if I would, for example, delete all of this, then it wouldn't really matter. Like I have no idea how information the ChatGPT will provide and how specific the information is going to be. So I'm going to choose a very specific questions like, hey, give me a full timeline of their lore, how many videos they have, the net worth, how they operate, amount of information there, if it's a great channel or not, and will they be replaced by AI soon. I'm going to also add something very important. And thanks to that little line right here, I'm going to also receive links, and based off which the ChatGPT actually will provide me some answer. It's very important to remember that unfortunately these AIs can very easily hallucinate and just straight up make up facts or information that is just outright not true. So asking them for source, especially in research task, I guess this is a research prompt. Let's just show what will happen. He should be able to search for a moment, and only now we have some information. So let's see. We have what are we, and we are a tech tutorial / device support project, and we're focusing on providing how-tos, tips and tutorials related to mobile devices, and especially for patients like factory reset and hard resets. That's sort of true, but we have long past went out for this, and as you can see, I'm currently recording a ChatGPT tutorial, so that's pretty interesting. And we have multiple versions of our channel. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping they would say exactly what the language was original. By the way, if you didn't know, all of our workers, half of our workers are Polish, and like the base company is Polish. So yeah, Polska górą. Anyway, we have our timeline. So we have. Oh, nice. The sources are right here, and we can actually click them to see the source. And as you can see, the source is the official channel site, which is pretty interesting. And unfortunately, I do see some weird things going on. Usually because there is a very large gap here. Between, like, we basically have a hole in history, but actually, yeah, one could say that we don't have a hole in history because it did provide me some information. But let's go. Let's continue. We have metric with total video views of all time being almost 1 billion. That's pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure you can actually test that on the official YouTube channel, but okay. We have numbers of video uploaded, and we even have some weird artifacts that, hey, some sources show different numbers, some show different numbers. We also have information about the money. Also, it's pretty funny that the the amounts are really, really weird. So, as you can see, we have very, very, very different amounts of information, and now we can, as you can see, there is, like, just look how much information we got thanks to that single prompt. I can't really like go back because I don't have a chat history, but having a good prompt is the base of all the prompts usage of all the AIs. And as a general tip, I know that this video is pretty long and I'm not really showing much of like, I don't know, examples. I want to show a general rule of thumb, I would say, and it's to be very, very specific. Like, imagine the ChatGPT is a very new coworker in your company or whatever, and he's just stupid. He's just outright dumb. He doesn't know how to do his job. If you will task him with something, he will do it, but most likely he will do it wrong because he has no idea what he's doing. So if you're going to imagine the ChatGPT as this like stupid coworker, and then you imagine yourself explaining what you want him to do, he will do it because now he has clear instructions. Alternatively, you can sort of talk to him like a child who doesn't know anything, but that doesn't really help much, at least for me. And once again, personally, talk to him like a very, very dumb person. I know it sounds kind of funny, but trust me, it does help. And obviously, we have every single other thing we can task him with. Hey, write me a horror story about YouTube channel. Sure. Hey, here's the Excel sheet. Can you give me a nice information about what's inside? Sure. The code? Sure. Code me Flappy Bird in Godot 4.5. Actually, this version doesn't exist yet. Whatever. We can copy and paste text and it will summarize it for us. This is very great for cheating homeschool. We have the ability to analyze images because we can just prompt it with some images. So for example, we can go into photos and files. Oh, unfortunately, we can't do that without logging in. Most of these things we won't be able to do without ChatGPT account. So I also advise you to create an account. But we can, for example, get advice about creating a YouTube channel. I know everything is related to it, but sure, we can task him to make a plan. We can task him to surprise us. I'm actually going to just put this. And as you can see, it can be sometimes creative. Yeah, I know that many people have this conversation about AI not being creative because it can only like re-trigger, repurpose things that it saw online. And yeah, but basically we can also roleplay. Like we can literally just roleplay with it. It's pretty cool. There's also a whole site of roleplaying, like character AI, I think. There's a lot of different ways you can use it. I'm not even beginning to say about the AI prompt image generation or video generation or like audio and music generation. There's so much more to uncover. And to be honest, personally for me, I find it the best if you will just experiment. If you will just create an account so you don't have a daily token limit of being like 3 questions or whatever, and you can actually talk with the ChatGPT. You can also just ask him what he can do. Like, seriously. I will just put it into ChatGPT and you can see what will he do it. And as you can see, we have a lot of different things that he can do. And it's exactly what I've been telling you. We want to imagine that you're texting with someone who knows a lot about almost everything. And that's what it's like to talk to ChatGPT. Sure. And as you can see, here are very, very, very different things he can do. There's plenty of it. And yeah, that's kind of wild, to be honest. And once again, I want to end this video with a note that you should just try it out. You should just try to enjoy it. You should just try to find it. You can also just ask the ChatGPT itself what he can do, as I did before. But note that we don't really have that big of a response, only because the prompt is very, very short. It's not very specific. So the ChatGPT doesn't really know what to say. You will notice that he doesn't really He doesn't really mention anything interesting, to be honest. And all of these things are very, very bare bones, and yeah, that's pretty bad. But anyway, that marks the end of this video. If you have some tips and tricks for, once again, like some newly AI users, make sure to share them down in the comments below. I'm sure they're gonna love it. And yeah, if you found this video useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.